I walked in the room and I was like, man, it is so dark because I always see like the screen, like what you guys see over here on my other screen, and I was like, why is it so dark? Because I didn't turn the light on, duh. I'm literally looking around like, what? Like, what did I change in the room? Nothing except my shirt. Welcome on back to the channel, everyone. I hope you're having a beautiful one out there. Today we are going to listen to, I don't know because I didn't pull anything up. Let's see. We are listening to The Mission. We're going to listen to the song Butterfly on a Wheel. I don't have any information pulled up at the moment to tell you what album it's from or anything like that because I did not prepare myself before I walked into this room, as you can probably tell by the lack of lighting that was happening there. All right, so it looks like this is going to be off of the album Carved in Sand. This is their third studio album, released in 1990. I felt like listening to something gothy, and fortunately, some of you had come in with some recommendations. So this was suggested by Ducted DJ, CBGD, Mr. Crew Crushin', and Larry Cable. Not Larry the Cable Guy, just Label. Or Larry, rather. All right, let's go ahead and listen to the song. We'll talk about it a little bit after. Here we go. Very different than what I've heard from The Mission.
Silver and gold, and it's growing cold. Autumn leaves lay as thick as these, shivers down your spine, chill you to the bone. The mandolin wind is the melody that turns your heart to stone. The heat of your breath, carving shadows underneath.
It's definitely much more mainstream and appealing, but his voice still has that little gothy sound to it, which I like.
A broken dream haunting in your sleep, and hiding in your smile. A secret you must keep. Love cuts you deep. Love breaks the wings of a butterfly on a wheel. Love breaks the wings of a butterfly on a There's no scarlet in you. Lay your veil down for me. As sure as God made wine, you can wrap your arms around a memory. Take one from me.
I do really enjoy singing.
Cold autumn winds cut sharp as a knife, and in the dark for me.
This tea is horrible.
You're the candle flame that flickers to life. Love breaks the wings of a butterfly on a wheel. Love breaks the wings of a butterfly on a wheel. Love will break the wings of a butterfly on a wheel.
Like how that comes up much more front forward in the second chorus here.
Love breaks the wings of a butterfly on a wheel.
Big pop.
Wise men say always
kind of building up a little
Love
bit.
will heal the wings of a butterfly on a wheel. Love heals the wings of a butterfly on a wheel.
That feels good.
Love will heal the wings of a butterfly on a wheel.
Hear me out. So this was different than what I'm used to with the couple of songs that I've heard from The Mission. I'm expecting like that goth rockiness, something with some rock in it. This is much more of a mainstream appeal. This is definitely a catchy single to be played on the radio to get, people interested in the band. It has a very dreamy sound. Like I mentioned during the track, I like how, like, even though the rock part is kind of far removed from this particular track, this is definitely going to more of a dreamy, I don't want to go so far as to say dream pop situation, but in that direction. I still like how you can hear the gothic tinge of vocalizations coming from the lead singer. That's going to be not Craig Adams. I'm looking at the wrong name. Wayne Hussey on there. I still like you can hear that little portion of it. Now, if I'm being honest, I'm a little disappointed. I wanted something like with a little right to it. Now, I'm not saying this is a bad song. I think that this is a fine song. And that's all I feel about it. I feel like it needed a little something extra, and I was waiting for something, whether a solo or something extra, just to give that extra little bit of movement. But at 5 minutes and 40 seconds, which to me isn't a long time at all, it kind of dragged on just a little bit. Now that we got those negatives out of the way, like I said, it has a really nice sound. I think that it's a fine song, and I'm going to try and defend it a little more even. It's the third song on the album, okay? I don't know anything about this album. I'm just going to sample the first two tracks because at the point on the album, the third song, this could be the point where the band kind of softens their approach. Or maybe not. I'm literally just going to skip around the first two tracks. Amelia is the first track. There's that energetic, up-tempo beginning for the album. And then the second track, Into the Blue. It keeps atmosphere. At least, like, sampling the first two tracks and listening to this track, they definitely dive into a more dreamy kind of atmosphere, it seems, possibly with the rest of the album, but just based off the little bit of samples we just took. But you could hear those first two tracks definitely have some more up-tempo sound to it. It already sounded immediately like it was like going for something while retaining some of that dreaminess. So this track probably fits in really well in listening through the album as a little bit of a softer, kind of more repetitive buildup of emotion, But I don't know. I haven't listened really to the first two tracks. Silver and gold, it's glowing or growing cold. Autumn leaves lay as thick as thieves. Shivers down your spine, chill you to the bone, because the mandolin wind is the melody that turns your heart to stone. The heat of your breath carving shadows in the mist. Every angel has the wish that she's never been kissed. A broken dream haunting in your sleep and hiding in your smile. A secret you must keep. Love cuts you deep. Love breaks the wings of a butterfly on a wheel. So I'm literally thinking about a butterfly on a wheel. And I think of a butterfly, a symbol of change, a symbol of growth, a symbol of accomplishment, and a wheel, something that goes around and around, as a symbol of like repeated cycles. So love breaks the cycle. But he's also saying love breaks the wings of a butterfly, so no longer can fly. So love is actually hindering you. So this is possibly a breakup song. Maybe. There's no scarlet in you, lay your veil down for me. As sure as God made wine, you can't wrap your arms around a memory. Oh, that's a good line. Take warmth from me, cold autumn wind cut sharp as a knife, and in the dark for me, you're the candle flame that flickers to life. So at first I really was reading this as like a breakup song, but maybe it's more of a missing you song. He's not saying, well, besides the love breaks the wings of a butterfly, maybe he feels weak to this person's love. Not necessarily in a bad way, but maybe more sensitive. Because he also says, like, in the dark, you're the candle that flickers to life. That's a good thing. Then he says, take warmth from me, cold autumn wind that cuts sharp as a knife. So I think, I think it's more of a missing you song. I think that's what it possibly is. Wise man, say all is fair in love and war, and there's no right or wrong in the design of love. But I could only watch as the wind crushed your wings, broken and torn, crushed like a flower under the snow. And like the flower in spring, love will rise again to heal your wings. So now the lyrics have changed. Love will heal the wings of a butterfly. So there's a little progression, there's a little change in the story as well. All right, well, there you go. See, it started as something perhaps a little cold and distant, but eventually, through perhaps experiences, realizing that love is a healing, not a hurting. It says here on the Wikipedia page for the song that it was the first of 3 singles to be released from this album, peaking at number 12 in the UK singles chart and reaching top 50 in Ireland, the Netherlands, and New Zealand, as well on the US Billboard Modern Rock charts when it hit number 23. It says the overriding theme in the song was the breakup of a romance, and the lyrics telling the person that they would be healed in time. All right, so I was in the ballpark, It says many have stated that the song was written about Julian Reagan, the singer with All About Eve, who had recently broken up with the Mission's guitarist Simon Hinkler. This was later confirmed by Hussey himself in the liner notes. Okay, we listened to Martha's... Ooh. We listened to the band with one of their songs, right? Haven't we? Martha's Harbor? Do not quote me. And of course, it had some... the Orlando Times, like Orlando, like here? Wow. Okay. Describe the song as a poor imitation of Simple Minds. They also awarded the album, it was cold from 1 star out of 5. Conversely, the Orange County Register, same here, or California. Okay, California. Stated that both Butterfly... I was going to say, Orlando had a hate on for this album. Stated that both Butterfly and a Wheel and Sea of Love, the 4th track, show that the Mission UK can do what they can do if they cut down on the bombast. I don't know, I like a little bit of the bombast. Let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments down below. You can follow me over on Twitter, support the channel on Patreon. Thank you so much for being here. Come back tomorrow, and I'll see you all later. Bye. What's wrong with a little bombast? Mr. Bombast.